Hello gamers, this is Sai and welcome back to Which Way Games. Now what exactly is the ultimate showdown?
Good. There you go. Oh my god.
Ooh, and with that being said, let's get on with the video. In the world of comics, films and video games, there's always been those questions of who's the fastest, who's the most intelligent, and of course the most important question of all time. And that question is, who would win in a fight? Some of the answers to these questions came in the form of crossovers between different characters throughout the world of entertainment, such as a fist fight between the Man of Steel and Son Goku, going all the way to a shootout between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. These two powerhouses had one of the biggest rivalries in the 80s. With all the different crossovers, the world of gaming certainly has had its fair share, especially in the 90s between a certain blue hedgehog and an Italian plumber. Gamers had always debated as who'd win in a fight against Mario and Sonic. But it wouldn't be until much later that gamers got this answer, thanks to the Super Smash Bros. Series. But of course, where did it all begin? Series creator Masahiro Sakurai had always been fond of fighting games, but never had the opportunity to step into the fighting genre. With favourites such as Street Fighter 2, Killer Instinct and Virtua Fighter, Sakurai wanted to take the concept of these fighting games and crank it up a notch with 4-player gameplay. One other game that followed this style of fighting was Power Stone for the Sega Dreamcast, but that's for another time. Sakurai had to create his own characters for his Untitled game, but wanted it to stand out from the vast amount of fighting games available over the years. And so he took a risk in creating a 4-player fighting game involving some of the beloved Nintendo characters. Now Nintendo have always been very protective of their gaming icons, as well as the family-friendly image they've had since the 80s, but of course things were about to change for the world of Nintendo. Sakurai had his prototype featuring Mario, Donkey Kong, Samus and Fox McCloud, and with a lot of tweaking to create a balanced fighting system, he showcases to Nintendo, despite not having permission to use some of their biggest gaming icons. And after what felt like a lifetime of waiting, Nintendo came back with its approval. And from there, the Super Smash Bros. Series was born. Finally, gamers could use some of Nintendo's gaming elite in a fantastic game known as Super Smash Bros. 64. Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64 had 8 playable characters from Nintendo's long history of gaming. Gamers would battle through a variety of stages in the single player mode, taking on the other characters that led to a confrontation with the Master Hand. However, unlike normal fighting games, the health bar has been replaced with a percentage meter, and when filled, gamers can send opponents off into the atmosphere. Gamers will also be able to use a variety of power-ups, including Pokeballs, and the power that lurks inside. However, multiplayer is where Super Smash Bros. 64 really stands out from other fighting games, and proving to be so popular with gamers that when the GameCube appeared on the scene, a follow-up to the Super Smash Bros. Series was inevitable. And with Sakurai clearly impressing those at Nintendo, he got to work in creating another masterpiece, and this came in the form of Super Smash Bros. Melee. Super Smash Bros. Melee is a fantastic game for Nintendo's purple box of fun, including these 2 other games as well. There was more focus on multiplayer with plenty of different game modes and more playable characters as well as unlockable content. And of course, the overall look of Super Smash Bros. Melee showed exactly what the GameCube was capable of. In fact, the opening intro shows this perfectly, and of course gamers fell in love with Melee and Nintendo knew that another installment had to appear on the Wii. Now, Nintendo has always been about making some legendary games with fantastic gameplay, and with them setting the bar pretty high, they had to make sure that when the Nintendo Wii was released, a Smash Bros. Game must be available. And so once again, Sakurai returned to be part of the creative force behind the series. And it wasn't long before Super Smash Bros. Brawl made an appearance. Gamers were pretty excited when Brawl was announced, and when they got their hands on it, some were divided, claiming that Melee was much better for gameplay. Gameplay was even more action-packed, there were even more collectibles, as well as several different characters, which I'll come back to in a moment. And with gaming technology advancing, there was also online play, which allowed gamers from all over the world to compete with one another, very much like Mario Kart Wii. Most of the characters from the previous games have returned, but there were two characters in particular that were welcomed with open arms. This was Sonic the Hedgehog and Solid Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Finally, gamers could see Mario and Sonic going toe-to-toe with one another, or teaming up taking on Nintendo's Elite. Eventually, Super Smash Bros. Would be released for the Nintendo Wii U, as well as the 3DS, improving on the gameplay, creating a memorable experience for gamers, and powering online play to over 9,000, especially with downloadable characters. Over time, the Super Smash Bros. Series even had gamers participating in tournaments, where bags of money, as well as some rare and legendary prizes could be obtained. Perhaps the rumours of the golden power glove encrusted with diamonds was actually true, but that's for another video called Gaming Rumours. It wouldn't be long before gamers were treated to yet another Smash Bros. Game, and this came in the form of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Taking everything that made all the previous games enjoyable, gamers were blown away of how much the series has improved since its debut back in the late 90s. In fact, with each installment of Super Smash Bros., it's easy to see why this fantastic game has a huge fan base that keeps on growing and growing. Overall, each of the Super Smash Bros. Games are highly addictive and fun to play, each bringing a whole new experience with each release. Combining all the fast action gameplay with a huge amount of playable modes as well as the replayability, gamers cannot go wrong with this unique yet familiar fighting series. Who knows, maybe in time, more characters from other gaming companies will appear, such as id Software's Doomguy and Bungie's Master Chief. These two bringers of pain would fit easily within the roster of fighters available, and maybe a few hidden characters would appear along the way. Either way, whichever game of the Super Smash Bros. Series gamers enjoy, there's always that ever-changing fun factor to entice gamers back time and time again. Anyway, come back next time where I take a look at the wonderful world of light gun games and how they've changed over the years. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.